And we do have Coach Gowen back here with us here on the second half of Coach's Corner this afternoon. And she's coming in here all smiling and happy, and I'm sure the reason for that is that her team got off to a good start in district play last night. Hi, Coach. How you doing?
Good.
Well, great.
Great.
Great. Well, that's wonderful. Well, as we said, your team got off to a great start last night as far as district play is concerned, and I want to know, how good did it feel to walk down to the coach at the Goddard bench after you beat them 3-0?
Yes, someone brought it to my attention yesterday or this morning that that is my first district regular season win ever against Goddard. So it did feel good. And Goddard is weaker this year than they have been in the past, but how nice it is to always beat Goddard. I mean, and it's just a huge rival. I mean, it's a fun rival, and they've been good in the past, but this year it's our turn, and it is great to have a win in district season already.
Well, and against Goddard also.
Yes.
So
yes.
That makes it even sweeter. Well, Coach, I know you've been involved in several games before the Goddard game since we've talked to you last. And I saw you play Portales. I saw you play a couple of more ball games. How do you think your season has gone for you so far this year? If you're about where you want to be at this point in the season?
Last night we didn't play like we should be. We didn't pass the ball well, and but we're not gonna have a perfect game every game. And but yes, our season's going great, and it's a nice. It's nice to still be winning and also know that you're not playing at your best right now. And we do want to be peaking at the end of the year, but we're playing great ball right now, and our girls are confident. And tomorrow night's going to be a true test for us. We have Roswell High in a second district game for us, and they're a tough team. And we're going to have to step up and play a little bit better especially than we did last night.
Well, it's I guess it's the perspective that you look at something. When we did the Portales game here in the pit, there were a lot of Portales fans sitting right in front of us, and after the game, this one lady turned and said, "We just didn't play good tonight. We could play a lot better." And I talked to you after the game. He said, "We didn't play very good." So I guess it's the perspective that you're looking at, huh?
Yes, and also we didn't let Portales play well. We served them off the floor, and talking to Ruth Chavez, she's a great volleyball coach and knowledge of the game. She even said that we served so aggressive that they couldn't pass the ball. And teams have done that to us before, the kept us out of system, and I think people really underestimate how powerful a serve is. And when you serve aggressive and you serve well, like we did against Portales, you serve teams that they can't stay in system, and they don't look as good as they've been. But not many teams in New Mexico serve as tough as we do.
Especially Alexis, when she gets
when she gets going,
top spin on her serve, it just drives that middle girl crazy because she waits and she thinks it's going to come to her, and all of a sudden it just dips
drops
to the ground, and she's got to fall forward, try to get it up, and it's just a difficult way to do it.
Well, and also a jump serve, a jump float or a jump serve, people don't see that as often as that we do in practice every day, and it does keep people rattled. And but Alexis was on that night. Sometimes she's on. Last night she wasn't on as much as she was. And we had Kelly Richards step in a serve for us, and Courtney Calloway stepped in a serve 6 straight that never serves. And she, but it's like I told the paper today, all of our girls can serve. It's just, some of them are a little bit tougher than the other ones, but Courtney Calloway has a great serve, and she got to showcase it last night.
Well, I know early in the year your younger girls were getting a lot of serves in. I know Burgess in your tournament you went to, she had a couple of long streaks of serves and stuff like that. Amy Horner has come in and served well. Even your big girl up front, Elkins, when she gets back there, she can put points on the board too.
Yeah. Amy Horner has a tough serve. She struggled at the beginning of the year with if we wanted her jump floating, jump serving, and she can do all three serves. And we've been keeping her on the ground, letting her be more consistent. Amy, another thing, she's a setter, so she touches the ball a lot, and so when you touch the ball as much and you make as many, you're going to make more errors. So we want Amy to go back there and just be confident, staying on the ground serving, and she did a great job for us. We had about 16 missed serves last night, so we struggled at the service line, but we were also able to take care of business too.
Well, as you look ahead, you talked about Roswell High. An old familiar face has surfaced over at Roswell High as far as coaching, hasn't it?
Yes, I mean, I've seen that face right next to me a lot of times, and then across the opponent. But Bobby Bates is coaching at Roswell High this year, and he knows volleyball, and he's a great coach. And he has them in his system, and they're playing well. He's got some great athletes at Roswell High. Shanice Steamholt is back this year, and she's a D1 basketball player. I mean, she could be a D1 volleyball player. I mean, we have UNM and Aggies recruiting her, so she's a great volleyball player. But I mean, hopefully we're passing the ball well enough, and we're going to serve them tough enough. And we have a lot of hitting weapons. We may not have a D1 kid on our front line, but we have some kids that can hit the ball. So.
And I know a lot of times this time, as I watch your team, the setter looks like she's going to set it to this way, and all of a sudden she sets it backwards, and that girl is not being covered very well with that backward set.
We do. We try to establish our middles with Jenna Elkins and Brittany Burgess, and middles have to stay true to them, and then we get to distribute the ball to Amy, to Kelly, to JD, to Hannah. I mean, when we were going 0-20, only person that got to see the ball was Hannah and JD because we couldn't pass the ball well enough. So, but when we're running our middles, it means that we're passing the ball. So.
Now, I want to ask you a question. You know, when we serve, you've got 3 or 4 girls right up there by the net, and they're holding up 2 fingers or 3 fingers. What is the significance of that?
If you have 2 hitters, it means the setter's front row. That means we have 2 hitters that are only going to attack the ball. And if we got 3, the setter's back row, and so we hold up 3 fingers, saying, and there should be telling out who's the hitters.
Oh, I see.
And so. If you see 2, we know that the setter's front row, and she's able to dump the ball. So we need to make sure that we stay honest on the setter and not let her dump the ball on us. And but it's just a communication thing till we know who's hitting the ball.
Just to reinforce the idea. Then.
Yes.
Well, I noticed also your assistant coach, Coach
Lynn.
She has this little book, and she hides her hand behind it. What is she telling them?
She's telling them where to serve.
So you're that confident that you can say, drop it short or hit it long, or
yes.
Well, then,
we better be.
You're getting your serves in there good. Then,
yes, there is some kids that we serve short, that can serve short for us. Everybody can serve short for us, but and move it around. There's some kids like JD Madrid who has great ball control. Alexis Gary too. When she stays on the ground, we may have her stay on the ground because we want her to move the ball around better. Usually when kids jump float or jump serve, we give them a direction, but not all the time does it go there. And Alexis is a freshman, and I mean, she's getting better, but yes, we always have, when we scout teams, we see where we need to serve, and the kids know that going ahead of time, but yes, we call the serves, because we want to change it up too, because you never know, they can always change their serve receive up,
So it's just like in baseball, you send in the signal.
Yes.
To the catcher, and so I always wondered what that was all about when she.
And we have plays. I mean, a lot of people don't know volleyball enough. We have set plays that we have a free ball play. We have serve receive plays. I mean, we'll always call in a play most of the time, and we want our setters to be trained enough where they call the play and they don't have to rely on us. But when it gets down to winning the game, sometimes I'll take over and I'll start calling the play.
So if you lose, it's your fault.
Yes.
Then.
Hey, I'll take that
fault.
blame any day. Yes. And I mean, I've always been that kind of competitor. I'd rather lose a game trying to win, than say, oh, I shouldn't have let them call the play. Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I get paid the big bucks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've seen your house.
Yeah.
I know. And the cars you drive.
Yes.
I mean, you're
I'm not winning the best of the best yard.
Well, Coach, I know that you have spent a great deal of time in the gym with these young ladies this year, and they're just a fun group to be around.
Yes, I know every year coaches say, "Oh, I love this team. I love this team." But honestly, if you could handpick a group of girls, I'd still pick these girls. I mean, they are great. They're good Christian kids. I mean, they love on you. They just love on each other, and it's fun. It's fun every day to go into practice. It's the best part of my day.
You don't hear any curse words coming out of them.
No. And you don't hear any curse words from us.
No.
When you have this group of girls, there's no reason to cuss.
I'm not going to say whom, but I heard several of them in one team that we played this year.
Oh, yes.
That to me is a sign of maturity,
yes.
A sign that you've grown up, and it's not necessary to do that kind of thing.
And they have great character. I really do wish that everybody knew these girls personally. They're great kids.
Well, I know most of them personally, and I
well,
wouldn't
you've
trade
taught
for
some
any
of
of
them,
them.
so-
I had some of them in elementary. That's true. Well, Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
You play again Thursday,
Yes, sir.
here or there?
And Roswell High.
Roswell High on Thursday.
5:30 JV start. And I like to brag about our JV too. Last night we had a win against Goddard, which we are now 8-4. And great JV team we have. I mean, talk about a great group of girls too. They work hard, they love playing, and they're fun to watch. And they don't make many errors. And I'm proud of Amy Scroggin coming in, helping us coach, and Sarah Gage coaching the JV. And I mean, Coach Lynn's helped me out a lot this year. And I mean, I have a great staff and a great bunch of, our program in a whole is great.
Well, is Coach Lynn going to become a mother before the end of the season, or
Yes,
is she going to be with you?
hopefully on the week that we don't have a game, like right before the district tournament, we hope that she has that baby. And she went to the doctor today, and it's looking good. It's all on schedule, so not yet. We don't have her jumping up and down yet.
Well, I know she's excited as well as her husband, and looking forward to the birth of that baby boy. I
Baby
believe.
boy Bryson.
Bryson. All right. Already got him named.
Yes.
Well, that's great. Well, Coach, again, thanks for coming and talking
Well,
to
thank
us. Good luck in this stretch of district games, and we'll be there bringing all the games back to the people here in Artesia. And it's just been fun watching you coach and watching your girls play and watching the fan support. Each game we go to, the fan support becomes larger and larger.
Last night we had a huge crowd.
Had a great crowd there
Hey,
last
and
night.
we are ranked number 2 now in the state.
Well, look at you.
Yes.
Well, Coach, we do appreciate it. And again, we'll talk to you here in a couple of
Well,
weeks.
thank you.
Well, that's been Coach's Corner for today. We appreciate you coming and listening and watching. And we'll be back next time. Until then, you be a good sport.